Shamel Olwago, and you can call me Shem. Today I'll be reading from my book, The Pillars of Governed Mind, the Architecture of Civilization, and How It Shapes Your Experience. As I read through the book, I'll also be explaining some stuff in my own words, and this is a part where I'll be doing this for any of those who are more listeners than readers. So without further ado, I'll begin. Releasing without losing. This part was a big part for me because I was like, do the math for me, because I don't understand if I let something go, how I'm not losing something. But when it was shown to me, it was like, once you release something that doesn't serve you, the only thing you have is to look within. And when you look within, you'll see you have everything you need. So you're not without. You lose nothing. You gain everything. I said, okay, snap. Checkmate. So I'll proceed. To release an identity is not to lose yourself. It's to loosen your grip on what was never fixed to begin with. You are not the label or expectation that accompanies a role. You are not the label or expectation that accompanies a role. That one was huge for me because the roles I play, mother, wife, daughter, sister, friend, they're big ones to what I had bound my identity around. They are huge emotionally on a soul level for me. So when the concept was given, I fought it. I fought it in the comment section. I was like, no, this can't be. But as they just stood there in the full knowing and being and held space for me to realize what it was I'm fighting against, it allowed me to have the space to just imagine for 1 second what that would look like and what I'd be releasing and what I thought that I would be losing, and then in turn what I'd be awakening to, realizing within myself, tuning into, or at least acknowledging again. It just let me know how good I was at ignoring stuff. Like a whole God voice inside of myself that's never left. So I'll proceed. You are the awareness that once agreed to embodied them. I was like, yeah. I'm the awareness that said it's okay to be mother. I agree to embody mother. I'm the awareness that said I agree to embody wife or friend or any of these other roles. I'm the awareness that agreed to these things. That changed something within me when I remembered this. The energy that directed its attention towards that role, and the same awareness that can now choose again. And suddenly a weight lifted from me, because often me and my husband will have this conversation with people, and we've been married now for 20 years, and people often ask us, oh, how do you keep your relationship going? And we often say, like, I choose to be here. I get up every morning and I just choose to be here. But that's with the clear understanding that it's a choice. And if one morning I woke up and I said I didn't want to be here and I made the choice not to do so, that would also be a choice. But it's still there. And it's still mine to take, my awareness. And with that is a totally different relationship. It's one based in freedom. I'm not bound to. I'm empowering something. I'm sending my love, my power, my energy, my intention towards a role, a situation, a love, an experience. Confirmation beep if you heard that. So this is not about blame towards any system or the people who shaped you, including yourself. Every agreement made was made within the understanding available at the time. And that's for any of you, especially if you're like me and you're like overanalyze at times, or how I was. And I would overanalyze, and it would really be a loop of shame, guilt, and blame. But I'll say that part again. Every agreement made was made within the understanding available at the time. So if your understanding adjusts on something, then of course the agreement will be seen with new eyes, will be felt with a different state of consciousness and awareness. So forgiveness is not just a spiritual idea here, it's a practical one. It's not something that you have to give and someone else. This is for you. This is a letting go. That's that letting go piece. That's that releasing. The word forgive came from Old English. Forgaven? Definitely nailed that one. To give completely, to release. At its roots, it's not excusing what has happened, but it's about letting go of what is being held. It is a releasing of attachment, a dissolving of energetic ties, and a willingness to no longer hold something in place within you. To forgive is to release the energetic hold of contracts that no longer serve you. So this was a huge one for me. So many egregious things had happened during my childhood. On a physical level, on a soul level, on a mental level. My experiences were what a lot of society would call unforgivable. but somehow my heart knew differently, or what I would call my heart knew differently. My understanding, my awareness, my God consciousness knew differently even then. So with that, there was a lot of roles I stepped away from. And a big part of that was me also stepping away from the role of victimhood, being the victim. That meant no more pity parties, and I felt like I could do a couple. I'll bring my violin. Sometimes I bring a trumpet or a saxophone. I'll play the shit out of it. But there was a time I had to put the instrument down. It was just too tiring to continue to play as the ship went down. So I forgave. I forgave myself. I let myself off of the hook. I let go of the instrument. I just let go of the role. And then I just picked up another one. Which is funny, right? That's what we do. We drop one and pick up another and say, oh, I'll try this on for size. And I tried on the survivor role. Like, but what's a survivor supposed to do? Be strong all the time, stay defiant, always talk about what made them a survivor, right? But I didn't want to dabble in that either. That soon became heavy in its own way. So I have this simple affirmation to say that may help you. It's, I made this agreement from a place of not fully knowing. And I see it no longer serves me. I release it now with understanding, compassion, and grace.